Hello guys and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video we're going to learn how to make this alter neck backless dress. If that sounds like something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let us get right into it. So guys, this is the fabric we're working with for this tutorial and we're working with about 3 yards of fabric. So we're going to go into the cutting process. So to cut this particular dress, you want to go ahead to open up the fabric and then you want to go ahead to fold it from the edge here. So we're folding this unbiased the way you would fold your fabric when you're cutting your flare. So you can see that that is how I went ahead to fold mine. I'm just going to hold everything, making sure everything is aligned properly, and then we're going to place it down like this. Now you want to decide how wide you want the top part to be, because the top part is going to have a rope that is going to create that gathers effect. So I basically went ahead to work with my across front measurements, which is about 12 inches divided by 2 is 6, but I went ahead to use 7 inches. So I was okay with 7 inches and I just went ahead to mark it out. After doing so, I just went ahead to use my ruler to just mark across so you see this very well. Next, we want to go ahead to mark the full length of this dress, and to do so, we're going to take out 4 inches for our neckline depth. We're taking out 4 inches because we're taking out our neckline depth. So I'm placing the tape here. From that 4 inches mark, you want to go ahead to mark your desired length. I went ahead to work with about 30 inches for my length because I didn't want mine to be too long. I didn't want mine to be too short, rather. I didn't want mine to be too short, so I went ahead to work with that. So you want to just place your tape at that mark you made at the top and then mark your desired length all the way across. After marking my desired length across, I went ahead to just rule everything to meet each other so the lines are clearly visible for me to see, and then we're going to go ahead to cut this out. So after cutting this out, this is what we have. We want to go ahead to use this to cut out our back piece. So now I have this on fold, as you can see, and we want to go ahead to bring in our front piece and then place the front piece on top of this. After placing this down, we want to go ahead to cut out the back piece as you see me doing right now. Now if you want the front and the back piece to be the same, all you have to do is just trace out what you have at the front area to the back, and that is it. But because this is a backless dress, the front and the back is not going to be the same. We're going to take out a few inches for the back depending on how wide you want yours to be. So the inspo picture, they have the back open all the way to the waist area, but I do not want mine to be that deep. So because I do not want mine being open all the way to the waist area, I'll have to take my measurement at the back from my shoulder to the waist area. So from that 4 inches mark we took out, I'm also going to take out for the back, I'm taking out 13 inches instead. So if you're trying to achieve the whole backless effect, like you do not, you want your back to be open all the way to your waist area, you can go ahead and take out up to 15 inches if you'd like. So I've gone ahead to just mark that 13 inches across, and after doing so we're going to just trace it out and then cut it out. So this is what we have after cutting, and now we want to move on to start sewing. So this is the front piece. We're starting off with the front piece, and for this piece here I created a notch on the sides just to demarcate where I want the joining for the back and the front to start from. So you want to make sure you do this accurately. So you just want to place your back piece on your front piece so you know where that is for you, and then create the notch. Now I'm just opening this up so we can start sewing. We're going to fold up the sides here, and then we're going to sew. We're going to stitch this all the way down to where we have that notch, and that is where we're going to stop. So we're going to do the same thing for this other side as well. This is what we have after stitching the sides down. Now we want to go ahead to seal up the top part here. We're going to go ahead to bring in a fabric strap. This is what we're going to use to cover up the top part. So to do this, you want to go ahead to place the fabrics together, right sides facing each other, and then you want to go ahead to just stitch along the sides all the way, and then when you're done you flip it over and then you top stitch, leaving enough space for your rope to pass through. So after sewing that part down, this is what we have. Now I'm flipping this over to top stitch on this. I'm just folding this in so it comes out looking very well, and then we're going to top stitch on it all the way to the other side, and you can see that we have enough room for our rope to pass through. After sewing, we want to go ahead to pass our rope through the opening we just created. So that is what I'm doing right now. So this is what we have after inserting the ropes through the front piece of our dress. We want to go ahead now to set this aside to work on our back piece. So this is the back piece, and to start what we want to do is fold this in two and create a notch just so we know where the midpoint of the back is going to sit. So after creating the notch, I'm just opening this up, and we're going to bring in these two pieces of fabric we're going to use to create the opening for the back piece. So we're basically doing the same thing we did for the front, but this time the turning is going to come out on the right hand side, not on the wrong side. So the first one we did was going inwards, but this one is going to come out. You can use your elastic for this um back part here. You do not have to use the rope method. You can use the elastic, but I just prefer to use the rope method for this. So we're going to go ahead to just add in these two fabrics, on one on this side and then one on the other side, just to create openings for us to pass our ropes through. So we're going to place the right side facing the wrong side of our back piece, and then we're going to stitch it down and then bring it outwards like this, and then we're just going to fold it and top stitch for our rope to pass through. I'm going to go ahead to do that now and show you. So after I was done sewing the first step, this is what we have. You can see that we're flipping this over to the right side now, and then we're just going to fold that part in the way we did for the front piece, and then we're going to top stitch on it. Now we're just top stitching on the right side, as you can see. So we're going to top stitch on it, and I'm going to show you the final results. After doing so, this is what we have. This is the right side. I'm doing the same thing for the other side, and then this is what we have. You can see that this is slightly not visible to the eyes because of the particular fabric we're working with. So I just went ahead to bring in the straps, and I'm just inserting it on both sides. So you're going to have two straps, one for each side. So when you're done attaching this and you wear this, you just have to draw this like a drawstring kind of. So I'm just inserting this on both sides now. So we've gone ahead to add the ropes for each side, and we went ahead to secure it in place on each side so it doesn't move. And you can see when you draw it, the effect that it has. Now I'm going to go ahead now to bring in the front piece, and then we're going to align the front piece with the back piece so we can join the front and the back piece together. So from this point here where we left out earlier, we're going to go ahead to hold it alongside the back piece. So we're going to hold the front and the back pieces together, and then we're going to just close up the sides. So on this point here, we're going to stitch this down, and then we're going to do the same thing for the opposite side as well. We're going to hold both sides, and then we're going to stitch it down together. So now I'm going to go ahead to do so and come back to show you guys the final results. So guys, this is what we have after we're done attaching the dresses together. If you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed already, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.